replacing all your supply needs with one vendor is rarely a good idea. If that vendor experiences a mechanical failure, equipment breakdowns, fire, or third-party issues, you've left your business in a very difficult position. A good rule of thumb is always maintaining backup vendor information and not hesitating to let your current vendors know you're prepared. They will appreciate your planning and openness in the event of a potential service disruption. In the same way as other relationships, vendor relationships are based on trust, respect, and ongoing communication. It's not uncommon to expect vendors to require relevant information and clear expectations for future services and purchase levels. Educating the vendor on your organization's needs and objectives will provide key insight into your organization's ongoing objectives. The goal is to build a strong collaboration that allows you to concentrate on your core business strengths. Your collaboration will be successful if your supply needs align with your vendor's performance. When they do not, you then must realign them or find a new partnership. Look for opportunities to incorporate vendors in meetings with you and the relevant department heads during the onboarding process. Internal departments can absorb a portion of the workload by assisting vendors in gaining a better understanding of your company's functions. Often those exchanges of information requires reasonable access to all your department heads who will be involved in a vendor's services. Through effective communication, your suppliers can gain a clearer understanding of how your business operates. Trust your vendor's advice and judgment on what they know best about their business. If you can't trust your vendor, find a new vendor. Even if it's the vendor's responsibility to become familiar with your requirements and objectives, your organization should make an effort to understand the vendor's internal processes. Understanding the full scope of your vendor's services is tremendously useful for managing urgent requests, stock increases, and unexpected fluctuations in demand. It pays to be aware of the resources available to your vendor. We should maintain regular communication and establish a reason for doing so. Open communication between yourself and a vendor will lead to dialogue, which leads to the building of a relationship that enables you to consult with that vendor as a knowledgeable advisor. Utilizing a vendor's experience to assist your organization in making informed decisions could be advantageous. The benefits of treating vendors with respect for their expertise and industry knowledge will be evident in the value they contribute to your organization. Vendors are the same as the rest of us. Their motivation for excellence improves when they are treated as equals as opposed to subordinates. As the cliché goes, trust and respect are naturally earned. By the time you begin working with a new vendor, mutual trust should have been created through preliminary discussions and evaluations of the vendor's prior work. The expression that says, "A friend of a friend is a friend of mine," has value. Vendors who have won the trust of your respected peers are often deserving of your trust. So remember, it is always smart to solicit recommendations for successful vendors from peers. Don't be afraid to be a demanding customer if your requests are legitimate. Outline your deadlines, quality requirements, and expectations in detail. Hold your vendors to their agreements. Be sure to remain competitive and let them know you will never pay more than other clients. Continue to inform the vendor of your business's expansion or contraction cycles. Remember, they maintain internal par levels to meet the needs of your business. If you surprise them with an unexpected volume, it can be potentially harmful. In contrast, there will be instances when you need to replace a supplier because you have outgrown them and they are unable to match your new requirements. Before making the final decision to sever the relationship, you may attempt to assist them in adapting to your new requirements. There are considerable commitments of time, energy, and learning curves involved with developing a supplier relationship. If a middle ground negotiation is feasible, it may be worthwhile to examine further. Developing solid relationships with suppliers is not a tough task or a big ask. Be transparent with them, clarify your requirements and expectations, be fair, be firm in your requests, be loyal, and don't forget to pay their invoices.